Photomath is an app which was bought by Google, it's now owned by Google, um, that helps with math problems. So it does this using a device's camera. Since it's owned by Google, you can actually have that integrated in the Google Lens system. So you can go into the Google app and it will open the camera, and then you can select math and it will help with problems. Or you can use the Photomath app itself. Either way, you go in, you open the camera, you point it at the math problem, and it will be scanned, and then the app will give you an option to go through solutions. So the student can then select that and it will go through and talk about the various different ways that it can be solved. There are premium versions where it goes into more detail about the hows and the whys, and it uses graphical imagery as well to help kind of go into greater depth. But the free version does offer quite a decent way of working through solutions. It's good and bad. It's good because students can have this assistance and they can see how things work. Ideal if they're perhaps doing homework, or if they're in class and the teacher's busy and they're not able to get to everyone, so that everyone can kind of keep progressing. Bad in that students could potentially cheat with this. They could, skip ahead and use it as a way to just get to the answers rather than to actually learn how a problem is solved. I mean, it will show them how it's solved. So even if they're using this to skip ahead, they'll still be learning from it, but it's not something that they'll have got to on their own. So it requires a little bit of training, a little bit of explaining, so students realise that they can use this in a healthy way that can help them, as opposed to using it as a shortcut, I suppose would be a way of describing it. It's very simple, very easy to use, so it can work for a wide range of ages and abilities. And because it's app based on iOS and Android, students can do it on their own devices. Yeah, there's kind of pretty comprehensive offering in the free version, and then there's those extra bits I mentioned in the paid for version. So you may want the premium, which also kind of uses textbooks, so it can kind of help add layers to the research side of things. But as a free, simple app, it's worth trying and exploring with your class as a helpful way to explain solutions. I mean, another way of doing it is to kind of set a math problem, have everyone go and carry out the task, and then using the app, go through the various ways that it can be solved, showing them how to think about it in different ways. Um, it's worth a look. Photomath is a very powerful app, certainly, and the way it works with the camera to kind of get that AR interactivity with the page is quite a bit of fun as well.